What's going on, everybody? We just bought this 10x10 storage unit for $410. It was an old dive bar that closed down recently. There were a lot of cool surprises. When I first saw the pictures, I thought this old barrel was going to be full of just garbage and stuff, but it actually turned out to be some pretty expensive china plates, bowls, and cups. It's kind of a pain in the butt because there's probably 200 different plates, and you had to look up each one individually. But the most valuable ones were almost $80 a piece. It seemed like it was a pretty small bar. This was their only refrigerator, but they had a couple other appliance type things. Some of the pots and pans are pretty old looking, but cast iron usually sells pretty well. A lot of this cooking stuff is going to get donated to Goodwill, but there were some things that I'd keep for myself, and then some of the higher end commercial stuff is sellable. This canister was a 20-pound CO2 tank, and it was full. And the biggest shock of the unit was this old World War II frequency meter. This was the only kind of vintage antique thing in the unit, so it's kind of out of place for a bar. There were a bunch of cheap kind of man cave bar signs that you'd find in your grandpa's house, just that thin metal stuff. But then there were a handful of these really nice neon beer signs. There were a couple old projectors. I don't expect them to be worth that much since the unit's been kind of sitting there for a while. It seemed like the bar was like a full karaoke setup. They had the stages, the microphones, the lights, and a lot of audio equipment. Now, a lot of this stuff is pretty big and heavy, so it's going to be hard to sell on eBay. So most of it's going to be sold local. So far, I've sold 3 of these neon bar signs for $100 each. And they go pretty quick. I was kind of hoping there'd be a lot more expensive knives, but they were just kind of cheap utensils in the unit. And everything cooking related was really sticky, as if they didn't wash it, and it was just kind of greasy. I'm not much of an audio guy, so I'm not really sure what all these cables go to. So it's kind of a rat nest of stuff. A couple of the main reasons why I bought this unit were these 2 stainless steel sinks. And it turns out one of them is just an underbar ice bin, and then a 3-part sink. And there are 4 of these large stage setups. All of them have power, and they're made to be linked together. Probably where the band would sit. There were some really nice pieces of live edge wood that sold pretty quick. I've already made $380 on these pieces of lumber. I thought they were originally for like one of those epoxy table setups, but the people who bought them said they're going to turn them into bench seats. Here's some more of the stage equipment. This is all the light setups. And of course, there were a handful of boxes of just glasses, cups, plates, and stuff, which If they all matched, they'd probably be worth something, but it seemed like each one was a different size, shape, brand. This was a pretty quick and easy unit. We paid $410 for it and probably should make about $3,000 in profit. So can't go wrong there. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and come back for more videos.